Hi, I'm Dr. Dean Peppard, and I'd like to thank you for taking a moment to watch this video clip. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about how I got into chiropractic. Really, my first exposure to chiropractic was when I was in high school. I had a high school counselor give me a whole bunch of occupations that they thought might be a good fit for me, and one of those that was selected was chiropractic. So that really was the first time I'd even thought about becoming a chiropractor. And way back then, though, I didn't really think seriously that that was for me. Later on at University of California at Irvine, I had to take an upper division writing class, and the assignment was to take something controversial and to defend it one side or the other. And at that time, I talked with some of my friends, and they said that chiropractic was kind of controversial to them, so I thought, okay, this is going to be a good topic for me to get into. So I took the topic of chiropractic and I defended it and wrote that paper. And I thought, boy, I must be really into this because I got an A- on that paper, and that was the highest writing grade I ever got on a college paper. I still wasn't sure at that time, though, if I really was going to be committed to becoming a chiropractor. And I just kind of put it on the back burner and was continuing my education, taking some general education classes. And I did have an injury during that time. I fell off a motorcycle and I hurt my back, and I did have some problems, and I thought, you know, this is a good time for me to go to the chiropractor and see if he can help me out. So I did get some care from the chiropractor, and I would say he restored my health probably 80 or 90%. I was really quite pleased with the results that I got. I never really got back 100%, but it was much better than where I was. Later on in the 90s, I did have a reoccurrence of a problem with my back, and unfortunately for this flare-up, it was really bad. I ended up having to try going to several different doctors to get help, one of whom was my colleague that I practiced with, and he worked on me quite a bit and never was able to help me out with the many adjustments that he gave me. But he had the good idea for me to return to the school that I graduated from and to go see a doctor who did a very unique technique back then. It was called McKenzie technique. And he took me through the McKenzie technique, and he actually was able to get me functional again and restore my spine. And that really was a scary time in my life, because here I had just started practice. I graduated in 1990, and 4 or 5 years later, I thought my practice life was over because of this back problem. But fortunately, I was able to recover, and things were really good. Again, later on in the years, early 2000s, I had another reoccurrence, and unfortunately, this time, I waited a little bit too long to do anything. I thought that I knew what was necessary to keep my spine healthy and to avoid having any problems. But unfortunately, I had a flare-up, and I did get some relief again, but I wasn't able to actually recover 100%. And I learned some very valuable lessons during that time. The good news is I'm still having some chronic issues, but I'm able to do everything that I would like to do. I still go snow skiing, I still am able to go hiking, and if I wanted to, I could hop on the dirt bike again, but I think I've learned my lesson at that time that that was enough for me back then. So my problems with my back actually have really led me to continue practicing. And I always joke with my patients actually that my bad back is the best thing that ever happened to you, which is kind of humorous, but there's a lot of truth in that too. I really have a good understanding of what patients go through when they do experience a back issue, and I'm able to apply what happened to me to the care that I render to my patients. So that's my story. I thank you very much for tuning in to watch this video, and I look forward to seeing you next time.